Hey gang, Ronan here. As you can see in this game, I'm playing the Tier 9 US, heavy battleship Minnesota. Now, the Minnesota has pretty decent guns, and the Vermont at Tier 10 has even better guns. But, I'm having more fun with the ship than I thought I would. But I think I still like Iowa more. Primarily because Iowa has some speed. You know, the one major drawback about this line is that they're slow. You know, they're really slow, and not only are they slow, they're really big ships. They're just easy to hit, and it doesn't matter whether it's AP, HE. You're going to be eating some damage on a pretty regular basis. In fact, anybody who knows what they're doing, I think, sees a Minnesota or a Kansas, probably a Vermont, and just thinks to themselves, all right, well, that's where I'm going to farm damage right there. But having said all that, and having, said that I think I like the Iowa more, I have found this more fun than I initially thought I was going to. When I saw the speed on these things, it just took me back to like the New York. And for those of you that have gone through the U.S. battleship line, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You you move into position, and there's an engagement, and then the battle moves away, and you can't keep up. And that's why in almost every case, especially in this line, the heavier U.S. battleships, I try to find a position kind of in the middle where I can get guns on pretty much everything. Now, taking a look at the matchmaking, there is a CV, but it's a Tier 8 CV. And, as far as battleships go, this one does pretty well against Tier 8 aircraft. There are some, nice battleships on the enemy team. And there's a significant torpedo threat in the form of the Kitakaze, Udaloy, and Harakaze. I thought, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and try to get the Kitakaze smacked. When I'm playing a DD, one of the things that drives me mad is when I move up front, I take damage, and I spot the enemy DDs, and then no one behind me shoots it. So, as a general rule, if I can, I try to put guns on the destroyers that my destroyers have detected. That can be really frustrating, especially when you've got a 40-second reload, but I think it's worthwhile. Kitakaze took some damage there, and maybe the next time it gets spotted, someone's able to finish it off, in part because I was able to do a little bit of chip damage to it while I could see it. Really kind of hoping that the Duke of York is going to straighten out his line a little bit here. Now, taking a look at the minimap, the bad guys have secured the Charlie cap on the back of their Udaloy. You can see we've got, it wasn't as much as I hoped for, but it, certainly wasn't bad. We've got an Abruzzi and a Yugumo that they're trying at Charlie. I got a really bad feeling looking at the minimap, the angle of that Udaloy. I think the Abruzzi's going down here. Abruzzi can't really turn because if he does, the Gascon's just going to flatten him. And he does eat the torpedoes just like I thought. I'm sure the Udaloy probably just tossed him around the edge of that island and he just ran smack into him. Our Kagero is able to lock down the Alpha Cap. And that's really saying something because he's got Kitakaze and Harakaze right there. And I'm going to see what I can do to help finish off this Duke of York. I'll stay angled to the Sovietsky Soyuz and just try to work over the Duke of York here. Well, if somebody doesn't finish him before my guns reload, I can probably finish him off.
You've destroyed an enemy battleship.
Now we've got our Atlanta. He's moved up. Try and put some guns on the DDs that were just kind of hovering south of the cap down there. And Willie in the Atlanta, he's working that Harakaze over, and he gets him. Nice job. So we got a lot of ships right here. We got Fletcher, Georgia, Kagero, Atlanta, Atago, and myself against 3 ships. So I'm going to move more center. I can see the Kitakaze is moving into Bravo. Our CV's already on him. New Orleans has plenty of time to maneuver under those shells and still managed to do a little bit of damage, but it wasn't what I hoped for. So I'm expecting Kitakaze is going to come running through that gap. We'll see, but that's what I'm kind of expecting. I saw the aircraft coming from the Implacable, but it looks to me like he's probably going to try and finish off Atago. Our Scharnhorst goes down to the Udaloy. The Udaloy on the other team, he's having a good game. Now you can see I spread the shot out a little bit there, hoping to land at least one shell, because as soon as the New Orleans knows he's being targeted, he starts wiggling. And at that range, he's got a lot of time to do it. Yeah, decent. Got Pomeran moving on the outside. Our Georgia is kind of angled to be able to contend with him. Our CB is going to try and strike this Sovietsky Soyuz. And I'm going to angle here, so I'm expecting Kitakaze to come out there any second. I want to be able to run north. And maybe I can blap the Miyoko here. Not quite. 4 overpens. Buh. Yeah, that's very disappointing. But our Alsace is able to finish off that Miyoko without any problem at all. So Udaloy, who's having a very good game on the other team, I'm sure he's crossing. He's probably going to be ahead of the Gascon by the time the Gascon gets to that island. Kitakaze, he might be right. Yeah, he's right there. You can see he's trying to lob shells over the island right now. I think it's just a question of time till our CV gets back on him. We've got a Fletcher and an Atlanta moving that way, and I've got my guns trained that way. And there's the Kita. So I don't know what was shooting me from back there. Maybe the Iowa? And our CV is he's working to keep that Kitakaze spotted. Kitakaze is slowing down. Well, I'm going to account for that. Kaboom!
We've sunk an enemy destroyer.
And our Amagi takes out their Pomeran. Taking a look at the overall scores, you know, it's pretty close. We're down, what, 12 points, something like that. And we're down 4 ships, they're down 5 ships. They have a cap advantage. I've got to watch my angles here. I've got Gascon there. And Sovietsky Soyuz pushing up, but I think the Soyuz is probably going to be interested in the Amagi. And I'm going to try to finish off the Gascon here, and then that'll allow me to move and kind of show some side, head that way some more. So I'm able to finish him off. That's good.
Enemy battleship foundered.
Now I can move. I mean, I kind of put my nose against this island in an effort to avoid taking big damage. Yeah, it's the Iowa back there throwing shells over the island. Ouch. Oh, look! A Mogami. I've got 8 seconds or so, and then I'll be able to get shells on the Mogami. Our Alsace is already pushing that way. Yeah, there's the destroyer. Mogami, is he backing up? Yeah, he is. Our Amagi's going down here. We still got an advantage. We're down 5 ships. They are down 7 ships. They've got a cap lead. We've got a little bit of a points lead. So they've got Bravo and Charlie. We've got Alpha. Our Kagero and Georgia are chasing the New Orleans. Kagero's got to be careful here.
The ship is on fire.
And Mogami is actually flattening out a little bit to me, so if he just keeps going the way he's going, he's throwing the tail end around a little bit, but I might finish him here. I don't want to put out the fire. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, there we go. Now I can put the fire out. Now I can heal. And now I can actually move. I see the smoke there. Udaloy is over there. And he is just raining down HE in an effort to, like I was saying at the beginning of the game, trying to farm some damage. Now we've still got 7 ships. They're down to 4. They have a 2 cap to 1 advantage, but we've got Fletcher and Atlanta there in the middle, and Georgia and Kagero on the outside. And on this side of the map, on the northern end, Alsace and myself, and the Shikaku. And the Shikaku has a vested interest in helping us chase down this Udaloy. Can't get shots on the Iowa, and maybe? Nope.
Spotter airborne.
Not going to have a shot on the DD for a little while, but I hate to waste a volley when the reload is so slow. Yeah, that's on a wing and a prayer. There's the Udaloy. Of course, he's detected immediately after I fire. That's alright. I know where he's at. I can just angle up. Make sure if I get any torps, it's only 1. Now I'm really hoping our Fletcher's gonna. The Fletcher should have had his guns going. He threw torps out there. And Udaloy's guns are very effective. You can see the Fletcher's just bleeding HP. He's just he was just sitting there broadside, and the Udaloy's just crushing him. I would say that Fletcher player probably doesn't really understand the ship all that well. Definitely, in my opinion, guns were the way to go there. Now, if Udaloy continues to push forward, maybe I can get guns on him, but I think he's just going to run south. Can I shoot over the top of the island? Maybe? Hey, look at that. Picked up the Kraken. And with Udaloy out of the game, I think this one's all over now. They've only got the CV in New Orleans and the Iowa. The Iowa has a Georgia right in front of him. Worst case scenario for us, I guess, best case for him, is that he's able to take out the Georgia. And it looks like the Georgia is happily going to oblige. I'm not sure I understand that, but looks like Georgia is content to just kind of run right at him. Maybe he's hoping to get broadside and just blap him at point-blank range. We'll see. Nope. No, it was a ram. I think that was kind of a waste, but maybe the guy needed damage for a mission or something. Now the CV is focusing the Alsace. The Alsace is going to be headed for Charlie. I'm going to go on into Bravo, and it looks like Kagero is going to come to Bravo with me. I'm really not in any danger of being sunk anytime soon, but I'll go ahead and heal while nobody can shoot me. And I'm pretty sure that the aircraft are going to go for Alsace.
Anti-aircraft gun crews are on normal alert.
Yeah, he's swinging around to go up to the Alsace. Let's see if I can help at all by shooting some planes down. Nope. Looks like he might need one. New Orleans is the very, very edge of my range. I can see the CV on the mini-map, but I didn't have much of a shot there, and there was very little time to get the guns around, so I will just have to hope I get another chance. New Orleans may not allow himself to be seen again. He's pretty low on HP. One good volley from, well, either of the battleships, and that would probably do the job on the New Orleans. The CV, he's he's going to try. He's going to try and reset the cap. Get defensive fire active right away.
Anti-aircraft gun crews are on full alert. The ship is on fire.
Yeah, their CV he's flying into fighters, and he's got me with defensive fire. I don't know if the Kagero had his AA working or not, but there wasn't going to be a whole lot that he could do here. I mean, he was able to reset the cap, but this ship is so slow that it really didn't make any difference, because even at full speed, able to secure the cap before I run out the south end. And now I'm just looking for the CV. I'm just hoping to get guns on him.
Crews are on normal alert.
He's got to be headed for the corner. Shikaku's out there looking for New Orleans. And he's low enough HP that if the CV finds him, he might be able to finish him. Now the bad guys do have a lead. If you look at the score on the scoreboard, they're up what, 80 points. But we've got a 4-ship to 2 advantage. We've got 2 caps now to their 1. Still got 3 minutes 42 seconds. Oh, it's going to fall way behind him. Now he's going to turn out. And Shikaku does finish off the New Orleans. So now I'm just hoping to get a shot on the CV. And with the New Orleans being sunk, we now have the lead, and I think securely have the game. Torpedo bombers moving on the Alsace. They do manage to land a couple torpedoes. Alsace, to his credit, he's there. He's preventing the red team from getting any points there, which is very smart. So, despite the fact that I say I like the Iowa a little bit better because of its speed, it's not impossible to have good games in the Minnesota. You definitely can. I think it's important to, as much as is possible, try and stay centered on whatever map you're playing on, so that you can, put guns wherever they're needed. Gonna wait here just a sec, see if I can get all these shells around this island I'm so close to. Picked up the Confederate. And I'm kind of thinking my next volley might be the end of the game. So I will say, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you feel like you learned at least a little bit of something, or at least found yourself entertained. If you haven't already, I'd appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.
Anti-aircraft gun crews are on full alert.